I've always wanted to farm since I was a little kid. I always had a passion for agriculture and farming since a very young age. My parents both were at Purdue, and my dad's still a professor at Purdue. We ended up moving out here to Battleground. My dad bought a small farm out here on Prairie Road. That wasn't enough for me to come back to, obviously. Back in high school, I really wanted to buy a pickup truck for my first vehicle. And my dad would not let me have one because it wasn't practical. I needed to do something practical with it. It wasn't just practical just to have one to drive around. So I ended up coming up with this plan to, well, raise sweet corn. And that started to grow as I was in high school. And then by the time I was in college, got to the point where I was able to come back to the farm just because of what sweet corn was doing for us at that time. I started with like maybe 2 acres, and then it kind of grew to 5, then to 10, and then from there it grew to 40. We ended up growing up to about 70 or 80. My passion was always row crops. That's where I really wanted to be. And then now as the row crops have grown and grown and grown to where they are today, now my passion has become the sweet corn again. It branded us in a positive way. You know, like when people think of us, they think of, they think of sweet corn, even though our main thing is row crops. So it's kind of separated us out from everybody else. The thing about our sweet corn is it's extremely fresh. We pick it that morning, and then we do not sell yesterday's corn. Only that morning you're guaranteed to get that day's corn. For a long time, I didn't want to consider that my foundation, and then I realized, well, quite frankly, it is kind of my foundation. The row crop operation started in Battleground. And then as it grew, we were able to acquire more and more ground, like in White County and so on, Tippecanoe County also. And that led to an opportunity, 2018, I was able to take over another farmer's operation. And as we continued to grow, we had an opportunity here just a year ago to purchase the elevator in Brookston. So that allowed us to get all of our grain centralized into one location. It just made us much more efficient. Then from there, we're wanting to grow, but we want to grow ethically. And we're to the point now where we're just trying to maximize, do the best job we can do. One of the most important things about working with landlords is not only the relationship, but also making improvements in that property that continue to grow. They can look at and feel like it's better than when I bought it. And that can be anything from installing tile to cleaning up fence rows to maintaining waterways and to even making the land better with cover crops. Everything I did had to do with a line back to being able to farm. So this is what the path is I ended up taking to where I wanted to be. And now I have my son who's almost 5. We're going to work very hard to make sure that that opportunity is there if he chooses to take that path. I hope that someday my son can continue it on. I want him to experience everything that I've experienced with that, at a young age and being very involved with it. I truly believe in legacy. I've heard somebody say before that you're just renting the ground from the next generation, and I truly believe that.